Have you ever heard of Ignaz Semmelweis? He was a European doctor, an obstetrician in the mid-1800s. He worked at Vienna General Hospital, where he tried to get to the bottom of a horrendous mortality rate among women in the maternity ward. In the section of the ward where Semmelweis practiced, the mortality rate was 1 in 10. Vienna General had such a frightening reputation that some women actually gave birth on the street and then went to the hospital. Semmelweis gradually became obsessed with the problem. He looked at every variable he could think of that might explain such a high mortality rate, but could find no answer. Nothing he tried made any measurable difference. Gradually, his inquiry led him to think about the possible significance of research done by the doctors on cadavers in the basement of the hospital. Many of the doctors split their time between research on cadavers and treatment of live patients. They hadn't seen any problem with that practice because there was, as yet, no understanding of germs. Over time, Semmelweis developed a theory that became the precursor to what we know today as germ theory. He concluded that particles from cadavers and other diseased patients were being transmitted to healthy patients on the hands of the physicians. So he immediately instituted a policy requiring physicians to wash their hands thoroughly in a chlorine and lime solution before examining any patient. The death rate immediately fell to 1 in 100. Semmelweis once sadly remarked, "Only God knows the number of patients who went prematurely to their graves because of me." Imagine living with that. The doctors were doing the best they knew how, but they were carrying a disease they knew nothing about, what was later identified as a germ. There is a similar germ that is spreading in organizations, a germ we all carry to one extent or another, a germ that kills leadership effectiveness and teamwork, a germ that causes a multitude of people problems, a germ that can be isolated and neutralized. That germ is something called the box of self-deception.